Welcome to the Almost Live show with me, the Gabby Cabby, on SRB Radio at the Jewel in Birmingham's Crown, the Jamhouse, for another Ben Drummond acoustic evening, supporting B1% and Protect. On tonight's show, we have music and chat with Nicole Lionette, Corey Young, Aidan Byrne, Alisteros Del Jamesonos. That's a mouthful. Paul Scott and the wonderful Jessica Rhodes. Well, that's enough of me. I'm going to get my teeth into the show. And firstly, joining me on the show, the wonderful Jessica Rhodes, who is headlining the Jamhouse tonight on this wonderful Ben Drummond acoustic evening.
Good evening.
How are you, mate?
Well, how are you?
It's been a long time since we upped up.
It has. It really has. How are you doing?
Yeah, good. How's things? How's
Very
life
well,
treating you?
Very, very well. Having a lovely time with all this weather in summer as well.
Oh, it's grand, isn't it?
Yeah.
And looking out here on the rooftops in Birmingham, it's fantastic.
No, it was beautiful. Really nice. Happy to be here. Really happy to be back at the Jamhouse. Such a wonderful place.
Oh, God, you know I'm buzzing.
You're buzzing,
I'm
aren't
buzzing,
you?
I'm buzzing. I'm absolutely buzzing, baby. How does it feel headlining this with all these star names?
I know, it's going to be fantastic. It's going to be a really good night. I'm really excited about this one. Like, just great sound, great band. We've got Ben Drummond playing bass for us this evening. We've got Dan coming on and doing a session for us on electric guitar. It's going to be cool. I'm really excited for this one.
And you've got an EP out as well?
We do indeed. If you'd like to buy it, it's available to download iTunes, Bandcamp, Amazon, Google, and you can buy a physical copy from me, £3. Pound a song.
Can I buy it?
You can personally buy one. Yeah, you definitely can.
And will you sign it for me as well?
I think I will. We'll have to find a pen. We'll have to rummage through the bags for a pen.
I'm sure I can find one down there.
That's fine.
And I'm sure I can find £3 as well. £3, how cheap is that?
We're trying to make it, nice and easy. It's a pound a song. It's about the price of a pint round here, kind of possible. In fact, you might not even get a pint for that.
Probably not. It depends what bars in Birmingham that you go. I mean, if you're going on Broad Street, you ain't going to get a pint.
Pint of water.
Well, probably isn't. I tell you what, you pay more than £3 for them as well. But
oh God!
Talk me through your EP. 3 tracks. What are they? I know "Addicted Hand" is because when I was at the dentist having a crown fitted, you just MP3'd and we'd played it on the Biscuit Boys show.
Oh,
and I tell you what, my mouth, it was out there.
You poor thing.
I tell you what, it felt the size of a small district.
Oh.
And I was listening on replay, kept on, to Addicted Hand.
Oh, bless you, mate. That would have been enough to send me to the dentist on replay. Oh, yeah.
It's a great tune.
Thank you very much. It's number 2. It's a nice, funky tune that we've got. We've got a little bit of a more mellow hip-hop sort of style in there, and also more of a folky feel. So really like a mashup of 3 different genres that we're trying to just showcase our sound. If you can limit it to 3 songs, we just like to just play lots of different types of music. So we're thinking those 3 give you a bit of a taste of what we're like.
Another bit of a taste that you give on YouTube, because I want to shout for your YouTube channels and your Facebook and Twitter, etc. Way Down.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that was one of our favourites, I must say. When we were a really big band just having a jam, it would be the one that just came out so beautifully. It's got that really sultry reggae sort of groove on it, and that's fab. Really love it. It's definitely in the pipeline to be recorded soon, properly. So
and very conducive to your vocal cords, young lady, that is.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
I'd say probably the most soulful song that I've heard you sing.
Oh,
yeah.
That's very interesting.
Yeah,
you have to tell me what you think about this set list tonight, then.
Brilliant. Every time I've heard you, brilliant. Knockout, 9 out of 10. I never give anyone 10 out of 10. The only one I give 10 out of 10 is Paul Weller. Everyone knows that.
That's fair enough.
But you get 9.
That's good enough for me. I'll take that all the way to the bank.
In fact, when we was doing our Biscuit Boys show today, I said to Mrs. Brown, I'm going to the Jamhouse tonight. I'm almost living in the Jamhouse these days.
You're back here tomorrow,
aren't you? I mean, this ain't going to be out and broadcast probably another week or so, but it's a great night last night. It's a great night tonight.
It's going to be a great night every night at the Jamhouse, let's be honest.
Oh, it absolutely is. But I mean, like, absolutely buzzing about the amount of talent that's out here and that we keep hooking up with, and I keep hearing. And
it's fab. I'm really excited for tonight. I mean, I'm just trying to think. I think I've heard of a couple of the acts for this evening, but I know for a fact that every single one will just blow me away because they are always amazing. I don't know how Ben finds all these people, but they are just all fab. The West Midlands has got such an array of talented musicians that it's really worth supporting just to hear some good music, if nothing else.
And he also has people coming from other areas, not just the Midlands.
Very true.
Emma Ballantyne was on a couple of months ago, and recording artist from London.
Yeah, he gets a lot from down that way as well. He's got a great ear, I must say. He manages to find and pick some fantastic artists. Really, really grateful that he's working with us this evening as well.
Yeah. But as I say, when we was recording our Biscuit Boss says, going up to the Jamhouse, and I said, I'm going to watch one of my favourite female artists of all time. And he said, is that Jessica? I said, yeah, you got it.
Oh, mate, thank you so much.
And I tell you what, before hooking up with all you guys, and as I keep going on, I keep banging the drum, I keep saying about this well that's full of talent, and it is, and I just cannot believe what brilliant sounds I keep hearing. I was never into female artists.
Really?
I wasn't. Never a big one on it. Never particularly very big on acoustics as well, if I'm honest. I was always bands, bass, guitar, the drums.
Yeah. Proper lad music, man music.
Do you know what I mean? Let's have it.
Yeah.
But not rock, not kind of rock. That was my, anything that's loosely based to Paul Weller. That's what
that's
I'm
your style.
at. Yeah, it is. But since I've been getting about, and since we've been doing the Biscuit Boys, the Almost Live, the Live Out, and everything else that we do, and you certainly one of them, young lady, that listened to you and I thought, I love that.
Thank you very much.
I love it. I want to listen to it more, and then I check out other artists. I come here to support Ben's acoustic evenings, and you're right. It's like opening your Christmas presents. It is seriously for me. I'm going wow. You're joking. I mean, at my age, 50, you only get a pair of socks and pants and stuff like that. But you get absolutely gems, and I suppose rightly so, in the heart of the jewellery quarter. Gems?
Yeah, literally gems. It's fantastic when you come in, and I mean, half the time I'm thinking, it's going to be a good night. Whenever you go to a gig, you've got that bit of apprehension. Whenever I do a Jamhouse night, I know it's going to be good.
Yeah.
I know that, if nothing else, the musicians in the room, the talent that's buzzing from the room, is just, it makes you want to perform the best you can possibly perform for these other people, because they've just sung their heart out for you, and it's amazing. Really, really proud to be here, as always.
Spurs you on, don't it?
Yeah.
Having great people, because you're thinking, blimey, got to raise my game. Blimey, got to raise it even more.
Totally. You get that little butterfly in your stomach, like, oh, crikey, a little bit of a, we're pressure now.
And the nice thing about having Ben Drummond on your side tonight, you haven't got to follow him.
Oh, tell me about it. Tell me. I remember there was one night when we did, I think it might have been our first time, and he's like, just come down, just play a few tracks. I thought, it sounds quite, jam night, sounds pretty chilled. Yeah. And he got up before us, in my head, I just thought, Ben, you're asking us to follow you. Is this a joke? thing? But he's fab. Yeah, definitely fantastic having him on bass tonight, and he's going to do a little bit of backing vocals for us as well. Just going to be fab. It's going to be a good evening.
And your album that's going to support your EP that's out now, when is that going to come out? When will I be able to have my signed copy of that?
We're looking towards the end of this year, early next year, depending, like I say, on if we can get a couple more tracks on the album. That's exactly what I'm thinking. I would like to get it out there this year, but if we can afford an extra track on there that might just be, an extra bit of a kick, I think it's worth it for next year.
Spring.
Perhaps.
That's what I'd say.
Perhaps.
I'd say bring it out in spring. Because, getting an album and getting your EP and getting everything out, never rush it. Some people make the mistake, I want to get it out, want to get it out now. I'm desperate to get me out. Yeah. No, don't. Just let it chill, let it do what it has to do organically. Yeah. Never rush nothing. Yeah,
actually, it's funny you say that, because we were planning on releasing our album when we released our EP, and it was a case of, shall we, shan't we, let's hold it back actually, and test the water with these 3 tracks and see what people really respond to, because the album that we've currently got is 10 tracks of completely different genres, like I'm saying. It's going to be really interesting to see the feedback that we get from these 3 tracks, because they are so different. They encompass us, but different shades of us, different styles of us, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what people think of it.
How can people hook up with you?
You can hook up with us straight from our website, which is jessicarhodes.co.uk. You can also find us on YouTube, Jessica Rhodes Music, and Facebook, Jessica Rhodes Music, and Twitter, we've got Jessica Rhodes UK and Jessica Rhodes HQ. There's 2.
Yes, it's complicated.
I'm terribly sorry. It was one of those, one was set up and then another was set up, and I end up doing both, but sort of leave one, and it's just, but either or, Jessica Rhodes UK, Jessica Rhodes HQ, whichever, come and chat to me.
And then it's difficult having to run all that as well. as write your songs, perform your songs, get your songs out to a wider market. Yeah. It's hard work.
It's definitely an interesting challenge. I never thought of myself as a sort of business woman. You know, when I was at school, it was maths and philosophy and a bit of history.
Blimey, did you do all that?
Yeah, I actually did. Just before I started with this band, I did my degree in maths and philosophy.
Good grief, so, you're a clever girl as well.
Thank you. But yeah, I would never thought about doing business at school, and I'm kicking myself in the butt right now because, you know, we're just setting up, you know, partnerships and looking at funding and all that kind of stuff. I just think I would have really, really done with a business A level. So if anyone fancies getting involved business-wise, please come and talk to me.
Now, I could have done with you last night my daughter's homework.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
she's getting maths issues.
Yeah, she's 7.
I'm definitely on board. That is the kind of maths I am on board with. I just lost the plot after GCSE, to be honest with you.
I lost the plot at any of the maths. I just don't. I think mathematics are either something that you get or something that... It's like being a musician. You can either sing or you can't.
Oh,
you can't you?
I do know what you mean, definitely. If you've got a little bit in you, it can definitely be pushed out. And if you're full-on tone deaf, you probably aren't coming back from that
that's
one.
Nice.
I've never heard you sing, so you're going to have to sing. Oh.
Jess, honestly, if I was on there, if I had lined the Jamhouse, there'd be no one left in it, I tell you. They'd all go home.
Oh, you're really making me want to hear those tones now.
No, honestly.
I have to hear in the shower one day, you know, I was sneaking.
In fact, if you want to, if you go onto our biscuit_boys and on our Facebook, Biscuit Boys, we did do last week the Dancing Biscuit Boys. And I'm on there dancing and singing.
Fantastic. Busting a move and a rhyme.
Yeah,
I'm going to have to hear that then, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely, I'll check that out.
To Reflections of a Disco Ball by Paris Tune. What a tune as well that is.
Busting a move.
Oh, I tell ya. Enjoy.
Thank you very much.
As always, a pleasure.
Thank you.
You're an absolute superstar.
Bless you.
One that's on my radar. Okay?
Yeah.
And I've got a massive, massive future in front of you.
Thank you very much.
Well, that's my opinion.
Thank you.
Let's hope the rest of the world shares it.
Let's definitely hope so. Thank you so much for the support.
Cheers, mate.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
See you soon.
Cheers. Thank you.
You're suffering only causes you pain. You're idolizing, but they stand to gain. Tear apart people that you love most. Burn near or fire, can't escape these ghosts. The addicted hands of a hopeless man. I know it's got a hold on you. Giant hand to hold on to. The addicted hands of a hopeless man. I know it's got a hold on you. Giant hand to hold on to. Take pride in what you feel. Can you make it better? Can you seal this deal? Just take your time. Change is overdue. I can see the doubt and your mask is see-through. Hands, I know it's got a hold on you. Giant hand to hold on to. The addicted hands, I know it's got a hold on you. Giant hand to hold on to. More than you can give. What they paid for, are you grateful? Made your bed, don't lie in it. Are you unsure of what they came for? Taking more than you can give. What they paid for, are you grateful? All for you. Who's stopping you now? I don't know for sure. You seem more afraid of being played for. Hands, I know it's got a hold on you. Giant hand to hold on to. The addicted hands, I know it's got a hold on you. Giant hand to hold on to your hand. Got a hold on you, giant hand to hold on to your hand.
Right, and joining me now, nice smiley face, is...
Nicole Lionette.
Yeah. Where'd you get the Lionette from? I'm assuming that's not your surname.
That's not. No, it's not. That's the kind of name that I decided to go forward with because I think it kind of encapsulates the energy and the kind of the strength and a bit of my hair as well.
Yeah.
Kind of gives you that kind of vibe of what kind of things we're coming with yeah, really.
And where are you from?
I'm from Birmingham.
Whereabouts?
Handsworth Wood.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I've lived there. I've grown up there. Spent a bit of time in Manchester when I went to uni, and then I'm back now. Spending some time now, kind of trying to go with the music thing, kind of pushing that. But yeah.
And how's it going? How's the music thing going?
Well, we've kind of, I've just got a band together about 8 months ago. So we've come to a point now where we're ready to release an EP. Okay. I recorded the EP as a solo project originally because I was building the band, and now we've started to play those tunes live. We've also got a host of other tunes that I wrote previously with another producer, and we brought that all together now, and we've got a nice full, very eclectic set, and we'll be doing our first big gig on the 31st of May for the EP launch.
Okay, tell me about that.
That's going to be at the Victoria, and that's...
In Birmingham, John Bright Street, great venue.
Yeah, it is, yeah. So we're going to be upstairs there on the 31st. We're going to be doing a few covers, mostly originals. We've got a wide range of kind of soulful tunes with kind of a jazzy element to them. We've got a few funk tunes. We've got a few tunes that have got kind of a Latin influence. Okay. So there's a bit of cool and calmness, a bit of moody broodiness, and a little bit of dance and shake.
Now, are you talking about you or your songs now?
We're talking about the songs.
Oh, okay.
I'm not moody.
I love
most
your hair.
of the time. Oh, thank you.
How'd you get that hair so nice?
Wet it and let it dry.
Okay. So where have you had your EP produced?
I produced it at Flood Studios in Digbeth. It's a new studio recently opened. And they officially launched their website a few months ago. So that's Flood Studio, and it was Delta Autumn with the kind of the team that produced it. And yeah, it was wicked. I loved it. We did it. It took us about 4 months to produce it in total.
Working
after work on a Wednesday, on a Sunday evening, in between raising my son and working full time. But yeah, it was
hard graft, isn't it?
It was, yeah, but it's fun. It's what kind of keeps me going. I think it gives you that little bit of energy, a little bit of a creative output to really relax with, I think.
But you're right, and this is where you learn your trade.
Yeah.
Places like the Victoria, where people are going to come and pay to watch you.
Definitely.
How much is it, by the way?
It's £1 to get in.
Okay.
And then an additional £2 if you want a copy of the EP.
And how many tracks are on that EP?
There are 5 in total. One of them's quite a short one, but it's a nice one as well.
What's the shortest?
The shortest one is just, we kind of call it an interlude. It's 1 minute 25, and then the longest is about 4 minutes.
You know, they're
all right.
When I was young, don't laugh.
Yeah.
I was young once, right? I used to look at songs and think, they all last about 3 or 4 minutes. Some of the greatest songs ever written, less than 2 minutes.
Well, hopefully that'll be the story here.
Do you play guitar? Do you play any
I don't
instruments as well?
actually. I don't. I've never quite managed to stick it out. About a year ago, I was having issues finding players to play, and I thought, right, I'm going to play the guitar. I had 2 or 3 lessons, and then I found Joe, who's my current guitarist, and I thought, all right, he can do it much better than I can. I'll stick to songwriting and singing, and we'll take it from there. And it's worked out pretty well.
So when was it that you decided that you want to be a recording artist?
Wow, I was singing from quite a young age at school with friends. We did a little bit of gospel, and we wrote a few songs, kind of R&B kind of songs. And then I went off to uni, and I met a producer at uni. Just kind of, we were friends anyway, and then we ended up kind of finding out that he played piano and I sang, and we wrote quite a few of the tunes that I performed at the moment. A couple of the songs that I'm going to be performing tonight, actually, he originally produced and he originally played the piano for. Then he was in Birmingham for a few months, and then he moved back to London, so we kind of parted ways kind of amicably and whatnot. So I'm still moving forward with with the songs that I wrote with him, and I still work with him on the occasion when I'm in London. And so then I decided that I wanted a live band. I wanted to do it live. I didn't really want to do the whole produce thing. I really wanted to do it live, and really, if I could sing live once a week, I would be in heaven. That's my kind of my real passion, I think, just singing live and getting myself out there and just enjoying it, really.
I don't think there can be anything like singing to an audience, and then people that keep coming to watch you, because the first time that they've heard your song, they're not going to sing it back to you.
No.
But when they've watched you a few times and they got the tune in the head and they're singing it back to you, that must be such a lovely feeling.
It is, yeah, it is nice. It's nice. We've been doing a few acoustic nights here and there, and now we're starting to see a few familiar faces, a few people who are coming out specifically to see us, which is really nice to hear. When you're new, kind of to anything, you're kind of a bit unsure whether or not how people are going to take you, or whether or not they're going to enjoy it. And it's generally quite quiet at the moment because people don't necessarily know much, because we haven't kind of got ourselves out there much yet, we're trying to build on that at the moment. But definitely get good feedback when we are out and about, which is good.
How do people look up with your Twitter feeds, Facebook, your website?
So I'm on Facebook. It's Nicole Lionette, LIONETTE. That's Facebook, and SoundCloud are the two main forums that I'm on. I'm on Instagram as well, and again, that's Nicole Lionette. I'm on Twitter, but I'm not great with Twitter.
Instagram, though, it's just mainly photographs.
It's photos, and a few clips. There's a few clips of the band on there, a few little bits and pieces. We will be recording a live rehearsal session as well soon, so there should be some good quality band videos coming out, so that's something to look out for. Maybe the end of the month, early next month.
Anything up on YouTube that people can have a look at?
Not at the moment, but that's what we're doing at the moment. That's the next step. We're recording that video somewhere around in the next 2 or 3 weeks, so that should hopefully be out and about.
All I'll ever say is don't rush it.
Yeah.
Never rush it.
We're doing what we need to do.
Exactly. And some of the other acoustic evenings that you've been gigging at, let's have a shout from.
Yeah, so Subconscious Sounds with Danny.
Good lad, Danny.
Yeah, I've done a couple of Bohemian Bar nights, which unfortunately I've just heard he's not doing anymore, which is a shame.
What, Danny stopping doing that?
I think, that's the last I heard. I'm not sure whether or not he's decided against that yet. We'll be playing at one of his events actually on this Sunday, the band. We've got a half an hour set at Sucky Tennessee.
Yeah, Dan Digbeth.
So they've got a bank holiday special on the 3rd of May. So that's the one to look forward to. I'm quite excited about that. So that should be a good night.
And how many's in your band?
Well, we've got myself, we've got electric guitar, I've got bass, we've got percussion, which is African drums and a few little bits and pieces, lots of sparkly things. We've got drums and keys with Steve Sheriff, so it's pretty good. It's pretty good setup, actually. They're a very talented bunch of guys. I'm quite jealous of that because I'd love to be able to play something.
Would you really?
I really would, yeah.
So if I could say to you, right, you can play something, what would you play? Would it be the guitar?
I think it would be the piano, to be honest. Well, piano or guitar. I played a little bit of piano, like I can play Fur Release really badly. Yeah. And I can play Jingle Bells and whatnot.
That's more than my kid.
You know, what can I say?
I know.
It's not great. I wouldn't do it in public.
And what's next for you? Where else can people look up and see your festivals, etc.?
We're looking out at the moment. We haven't got anything lined up yet, so we're kind of looking out for things. We're kind of getting out there, trying to meet people who can kind of put us in contact with anybody who will be interested in that. So hopefully we will have a few more bits and pieces coming up, and it will be on the Facebook page.
And that's the nice thing about doing gigs like this.
Yeah.
It's networking, it's meeting people, with jamming sessions. Somebody will get up and they'll do it, and you think, blimey, when I do my next album, I'm going to have you as a session artist on it. And it does, it kind of, it takes an idea, it takes a concept, and you take it somewhere else. I think it's great. I wish I could write stuff and perform that.
It's a lot of fun, it really is a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun, and you kind of getting yourself out there, but in a kind of fun way. It's really.
How excited are you at the Jamhouse?
I am. I'm really excited. I came here about maybe a year and a half ago, and with the producer that originally we were producing, we were like, right, we've got to do something on here. We need to get on this. So I messaged Danny, a friend of mine, Rebecca Downs, knows him as well. So she's my vocal coach. She's wicked. She kind of hooked us up with it as well, so I'm really excited actually. Try not to get nervous, trying to relax.
Why would you be nervous with the talent that you've got, babes? You ain't gonna be nervous.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna take that with me. I'm gonna keep repeating that one as I'm going up.
Don't think about all the star names that's been on that stage.
Thanks, that's helping.
Just be inspired. Just be inspired. You get on.
It's such a nice atmosphere here as well.
Yeah, of course. Really everyone's on your side. Go out there, nail it. I'm sure you will.
Thanks for that. I'll try my best.
Can I thank you very much for your time,
young
lady?
Thank you very much, too, for having me.
Very much. Cheers. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ta-ra.
You found me out I'm not as cold as I seemed. You dragged me out from these isolated trenches. What will you do with me now that you found me out? What will you do with me now that you've dragged me out? I have got to see you. I have got to see you. What will you do? I have got to see you. I have got to see you. I have got to see you.
Right, joining me now on the Almost Live show at the Jamhouse, the Jewel in Birmingham's Crown. James Burgess, how are you?
All right, mate.
You get everywhere. Corey, how are you, mate?
I'm good, thank you.
It's Corey Jones, isn't it?
Corey Young.
Sorry, Corey Young. I've always fluffed me lines.
Oh, well.
And you, gorgeous young lady.
I'm Lauren Alexandra.
What a voice.
Thank you very much, thanks.
Superb. What was it like at the Jamhouse tonight for you?
It was fun, man. It was very fun, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I had a lot of good times.
It was our first night as a group here.
Okay.
It's my first time here all together. Corey's played here before, I think. Have you played here before, James?
Hey, he's got a season ticket.
Oh, okay, sorry. See, it's the first time I've met James today. We did a quick rehearsal this afternoon. Me and Corey are a duo, but we brought in James on the cajon and Paul Prock on lead guitar just to make it sound fuller. And yeah, we really enjoyed ourselves. It was a definite jam at the Jamhouse tonight.
Yeah. So you knew of James before?
I knew of James through Corey.
Yeah.
But yeah, first rehearsal today.
We met today.
And the guitarist didn't have no rehearsal time today at all.
Really?
He just came up and played, and he had about an hour, James did.
Mm-hmm.
Gabby, I tell you what that is, mate. It's proper jamming.
But that's what you musicians like. You're all like a big family, yeah?
We are.
In Birmingham. We all like just jump in and like, anyone play a guitar? Who's got the drums? I will just get in there. And you make it happen, don't you?
We do.
You know, listening to you, I'd have thought you'd been like gigging for years and years.
That was our first gig together as a
kind of
four-piece,
band four-piece.
But me and Corey are a duo ourselves. We do functions UK-wide, so that's fairly new.
Mm-hmm.
So no, the whole thing just feels like it's a proper baby thing.
Embryonic.
Yes.
Have you got a name for your band?
No, we just call ourselves something random now.
I think it should definitely be the James Burgess Project.
We should leave it to the listeners to come up with a name for us.
I tell you what, this would be great. How about Pleasure House?
That rings a bell. I feel like I've heard that one before.
Are the other guys going to be turning up as well, James?
Oh, well, it's at the Jamhouse.
Yeah, I know.
Of course they are.
Well, it's great, and that is it, isn't it? Just a fusion of everything. Describe your style.
Style of the band that we played tonight. We actually like a lot of country, but it's not very country as set we do.
No, it wasn't.
It's not country at all. But
even though there's a bit of John Mayer in there, it wasn't like it was totally country. We do everything from R&B. Like there was an R. Kelly track that didn't get dropped tonight, but that was a possibility. So yeah, everything from R&B, soul, pop, all the way, from the 60s all the way to current day. So yeah,
it's a variety. That can be our band. Pick and mix.
There's worse names. I tell you what, with you as well, Corey, I'm getting a kind of like bit of an Ollie Murs feel there.
Oh my gosh, you're not the first person to say that.
Am I not really?
You're really not, and he's not hitting you because we're live on this guy.
I don't know what he needs is that hat.
And then
he does, don't he?
There we go. Now he looks like a proper Ollie Murs.
Take that hat back, son.
But there's a smiley, chirpy chappy up there with the guitar and singing on the vocals.
When he smiles and his eye is slightly squint, he looks like Ollie Murs. We've come up with that description.
And where are you guys from?
I'm originally from Warmley area, Sutton Coldfield area in Birmingham, but I moved when I was 8, so I live in Bewdley in Worcestershire now.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
I'm from Yardley Wood.
Yeah. And where are you from, James?
I'm from the band Pleasure House.
Another drop.
He's good. James is good.
With the wicked. Pleasure House are awesome. Check them out as well.
I tell you what, they are one of the bands to watch.
They're
Bands certainly on my radar.
I heard them for the first time today, and I was just grooving around in the living room.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you want any more information on me and Corey, just go and www.laurenalexandra.co.uk, and you will find stuff about us. So
and
we're
Twitter
doing
feeds,
Twitter,
and Facebook.
Twitter, the Al Alexandra, Facebook, Lauren Alexandra. You'll find me, and you also find Corey through me.
Somewhere I'm there. I'm around.
He's around.
How did you guys hook up together in the first place?
We met through a company that we work for in the middle of Birmingham, doing residency work in the middle of Birmingham at some really high
hotel. Just a hotel, yeah. And then Lauren, I came in with my guitar. I was like, oh, what am I going to do? And then this girl comes up to me and goes, hello, someone new. And she just came and wouldn't leave me alone then.
Do you know, I can understand that, Corey, looking at you. It's the Ollie Murs thing, isn't it?
Ollie Murs really doesn't do it for me.
Mate, you're toast.
Oh dear. I'll have Justin Timberlake any day, though. There you go.
You're a Justin.
Ever since I was tiny.
Okay.
Yeah.
What other influences have you got?
Oh gosh, all the big divas on the planet.
Really? Are you a big diva?
I don't like to say that. Thanks, James. Thank you. No, I don't like to think I'm a diva, but I can have my diva moments.
She definitely does. After a gig, she has to have silence in the car sometimes. Really? She nearly bit my head off once when she was in the zone. We're like, yes.
Yeah.
And then I sang a song. I think it was George Ezra song. She's like, "What you doing?"
Sometimes you need silence after. It's all that big hype, and then sometimes you just need to just relax after.
Down.
Yeah.
Well, the Tremolos once sang "Silence is golden."
Silence can be very golden.
Yeah.
I'm not always a silence person. I do like noise.
Yeah.
But sometimes once you've had so much noise,
yeah,
you just have to rein it back in a little bit.
So where's next for you guys? What have you got on the horizon? Festivals or anything like that?
Well, we're starting to book a few more events. We've just had a ton of weddings come in recently. So we're just preparing for those, really, and getting an even bigger repertoire together that we can then bounce back out.
Are you writing your own songs as well as covers?
Starting
to dabble into it. It's very new that we're doing that sort of stuff, but yeah, we kind of getting there eventually. I think it's taking its time, but
what I'm going to do, Gabby, is I'm going to whip them into shape. I'm going to get them writing. I'm going to get them on the scene. I'm going to get them supporting us, and then it's going to be good.
Supporting what's that band again?
Pleasure House.
We've heard that name enough times now. No, but I will say I did listen to one of Lauren's songs earlier. They showed me the demo.
Okay.
And it's really good. Gabby, you got to look out for that one.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Will do. On my radar, as I say.
Yeah.
Guys, can I thank you very much for your time?
Thank you so much for having us.
And I'm sure that Ben Drummond's going to be inviting you back to the Jamhouse.
Fingers crossed. We all loved it here. And as I said, it was my first time here, and it was a great first experience.
What was that buzz like though on that stage? Seriously.
Buzz. I think it's when the lights immediately come up, and I think because we were also first on, it also adds a bit more to it. If you can explain that, I was doing some crazy hand movements then when I went. So I know they can't see that, but
hand movements don't work well on radio.
No, they don't. I should know that. No. So yes, no, it's a lot of fun, and the adrenaline's fab. And we all really enjoyed it, and we can't wait to be back.
A lot of star performance.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Cheers. Thank you,
guys. Thank you very much, and. Pleasure House.
It was a pleasure house.
Thanks, guys. Brilliant.
Thank you.
Thanks very much. James, you're an absolute legend, mate.
Thank you, mate. Hopefully these two will have me back as well then. I don't think I did too badly tonight. I think I was all right.
He's brilliant.
He banged his box.
I'll tell you what, he's the chirpiest chappie I've ever met. He's always smiling and laughing.
That's not a bad thing.
No, it's brilliant. Right, guys, I'm going to go and check out all the other artists. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you for having us
Enjoy.
again.
Lovely. Thanking you.
Now, almost live with the Gabby Cabby.
Joining me now is
Aidan Byrne from Aidan Byrne and the Wildfires.
And Aidan Byrne's quite tired now, isn't he?
A little bit, yeah.
Aidan Byrne was in America yesterday.
Yeah. Left America at 10 o'clock yesterday morning and got back at 8:30 this morning.
Yeah.
So a little bit tired.
It's rock and roll, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. That's the life. That's the dream. It's flying to New York and barely sleeping.
So tell me about yourself and tell me about your band. You go through the guys there.
Yeah. I'm a singer-songwriter from Solihull. I've been writing songs since I was about 11, and until this time last year, I'd got myself an international business degree. I was in recruitment. I was running my own division at a recruitment company, and realised that I never wanted to to go back into that sort of line of work and just walked into my MD's office, quit the job, decided to put a band together and pursue music full time. So for the last year I've been doing it full time. I found 3 absolutely amazing guys to work with, who are the Wildfires, Simon Foster, David Vaughan and James Maguire. And it's all gone uphill from there.
I'm taking it you're not married.
No, no children, no marriage, no mortgage.
Yeah, because if you was married, I think you'd been divorced.
yeah, probably.
And what's it been like since you've made that decision? Because that's a big, bold, brave decision to make.
It wasn't easy at first. It's been a lot of hard work. Financially, it was difficult at points, but it's all going incredibly well at the moment. And things like we're now one of the resident bands at the Troubadour in London, which is a place where people like Bob Dylan and the likes of Jimi Hendrix and Adele in more recent years have played. So we play there the last Friday of every month now, which is amazing, and things are really going well for us. So it's been hard work, but it's really rewarding. And I would rather be poor and live the dream than earn millions of pounds and do something I don't want to do in my life.
Fair play, yeah. Now, last time I looked at a map, because I'm from Solihull, I'm guessing you're from the south.
For the south of Solihull?
Yeah.
From Shirley?
South Solihull, innit? Yeah. I'm from the north, Kingshurst.
Right, okay.
Jamsey Wood way.
Yeah.
But the last time I looked at the map, Solihull was nowhere near London.
No.
How come you got that gig down there?
That is a good question. That is a very good question. I played a show on my own at the Institute, the HMV Institute, the library there, yeah. And there was a chap there who basically live streams and films upcoming artists, and he loved the sound and what I was trying to do, and put us in touch with the Troubadour. And we went down and played, and they loved what we were doing, and they loved the sound, and they kept asking us to come back. But that same chap is actually based in New York, and he's the guy who I went over and played an exclusive concert for 2 days ago.
How exclusive was the concert?
There was about 20 people there. They were all sort of from Upper East Side Manhattan, a lot more money than myself. But it was very, very exclusive, a very hidden away sort of balcony. Which is really cool, but it's being streamed live on the internet, so you can watch it at liveamp.com/Aidenburn. It's all on there.
Blimey, you're a little legend, aren't you? All the way from New York. Record labels, are you attached to one?
We're not actually. We're self-releasing everything at the moment. So we've got the new EP, which is called Maverick, which has been released as Aidenburn. I think the next one we're going to release is Aidenburn and the Wildfires. So Maverick's completely self-released. We've met with the label recently, and we've had a lot of people sort of interested in buzzing around, but I think with my business background and my commercial skills, I think I could take us to a level that we don't necessarily need help, and once we get to the point where I can't push us anymore, then I think we'll probably seek help at that point.
What's the difference between signed and not signed at the moment where you're at?
There's not a lot, to be honest, because we play on the same roster as signed bands and signed band supporters and vice versa. I think if you're signed to a major label, one of the big boys, then there is a big difference, because you'll be supporting much bigger artists, and your stuff's all over the place.
Yeah.
But signing to one of the independent labels, it can be beneficial. But from our perspective, we've got the skills and the ability and the know-how to do exactly what they do for us until the money runs out.
And radio plays?
Yeah, we've been played on BBC Introducing, BBC WM quite recently, and they seem to enjoy the stuff. So they played the debut single, which is Stay. We're looking to push it a lot more stations now, and I think there's a lot of people interested in hearing the stuff, so which is good.
How difficult is that, getting it out to radio stations?
Very
Whose
difficult.
job's that in the band?
That's my job.
Hold on. Does anybody else in this bloody band work?
They've all got real jobs. They're the true talent as well. If I'm honest, I write the songs and I do all the commercial side of things. We're starting to write a lot more together now. Yeah. But these guys are absolute professionals. We've actually, believe it or not, only ever had one full practice as a band.
We really need to do it.
Hold on, let's go round the table here, hold on, because you ain't going to nearly trip out. Go on, mate.
No, I was just saying we really need to get together for a practice. I mean, tonight was fantastic. We had a great time here. It was a great crowd and at the Jamhouse, and it's always energetic when we get on stage together. I mean, we were on there for 20-25 minutes. It's fantastic, and we'll be buzzing from that experience.
Get in between you two. That's not so little accent that you've got, is it?
Well, there's some it's a sort of west of Solihull in the States.
just west, just a little bit west, isn't it?
Just slightly west,
just slightly. Yeah.
Whereabouts in the States you from?
I'm originally from New York, and then over to Pennsylvania, and here in 2002. Met Aidan last year. And we've had some great gigs, really fantastic places. We played all over Birmingham. Some it's always an appreciative crowd. And the Troubadour has been fantastic playing there. Those few times there, it's been well received. So
it's been good in the London. We found that the Birmingham scene seems quite fractured. There doesn't seem to be much. There's lots of little odds. In fact, there's not many great venues like this to play it in Birmingham anymore. Lots of them, the clubs and the pubs are shutting down. It's lots of sort of tribute acts and cover bands, and it's very hard for original music. The scene is very underground, and whereas in London you can go there, they really appreciate the original stuff. Though that's why we're sort of making the effort of going down to London a lot more now with these gigs, and because where we are now, it's only an hour and a half down the motorway for lucky. So
I know you say. I mean, there's certain venues that you put an original artist on or band, and it's difficult getting punters through the door. And what a lot of clubs do now is they do put cover bands on because people know the songs and they like to have a sing song of a Friday and Saturday.
I can't knock it because I spent 6 years full time working as a professional musician in tribute bands, so I can't knock it. But
what band was you in?
I was in the Beatles band. I was in a band called the Moondog Beatles, and I was in a band called Abacadabra as well. I was in an ABBA tribute band. So I spent around Europe and around the country playing.
So from the Beatles to ABBA?
Yeah. Just pays the bills. There's no logical sense to it.
What Beatle was you?
I did. At the time, I did all three of them. I did George, Paul and John at various stages, according to what members of the band we had in there. But it was great for learning to play live, the experience of getting round. I would recommend that anybody as a musician do it because it's very hard as an original artist to just play lots of gigs. So I think it's a way into most of the really great musicians now, probably locally, are having to play covers just to actually play live and make some money, which it's a shame. But
sometimes,
I mean, if you look back, there was quite a big scene, maybe 60s and 70s in Birmingham. It seems to have died off a bit now, doesn't it?
I think there's still a massive scene in Birmingham. I mean, we're hooking up with loads and loads of artists, and there are still the venues about, but
it seems quite fractured. There's nothing. Something needs to combine to make it. Maybe even like a little run around that bands can play. There's lots. Maybe it's different promoters got these venues, different promoters got these, and if they maybe got together and talked and made one big thing, it'd be a lot easier for bands to break in.
I know you're talking about people talking, getting together and talking. And the fourth member of the band, the one that drinks more than everybody else.
That's me.
Your glass is empty?
It is, well, almost.
Is he going to go and fill it up for you again?
I paid for his, so yeah, he should do.
And where are you from?
Solihull, Shirley, same as Aidan.
Oh, right, okay. Did you go to school together? You look about the same age?
College,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we met at college. I met David. I posted an advert out, and David responded.
Yeah.
Simon I met at an open mic night, and me and James went to college years ago. Hadn't spoken since, and then he heard our music online and wanted to get involved. And straight away, he had the right attitude and really wanted to get involved. And that's the most important thing for us. And he wasn't even a bass player. He's only been playing bass. He's been playing bass for about 2 months now, and he's unbelievable. So it's all about hard work and determination. I'm a big believer of that, and I think if anyone wants something enough or is driven enough to do something, then they'll make it happen. And I'm certain that we'll get to the maximum point that our potential can take us. I know that we'll make a very good career out of music, and if you don't know that, then it's not necessarily going to happen. But
absolutely,
you can have all the talent in the world. I've heard some unbelievable people, but they're not driven enough, and that's why they don't reach their potential.
So how can people reach and hook up with you, Facebook, Twitter, etc.?
We're at the moment we're on facebook.com/AidenBurnMusic. We've got aidenburn.co.uk as well. Twitter is AidenBurnMusic. SoundCloud's AidenBurnMusic. We're on iTunes and Spotify and all that stuff as well.
Music,
that's Aiden Burn. Yeah. So there is. Yeah, that's clever marketing, that, isn't it?
You're very good.
So and then the EP, as I say, is Maverick. The single Stay, which is available all over online as well.
Brilliant. See why you went to university and got a business degree, don't you? Guys, can I thank you very much for your time and all the very best. Festivals coming up in the summer, what you got lined up?
We're playing a few festivals in the summer. We're playing live at the Lawn, which is in Bristol, which is at a National Trust sort of location, which is stunning. They've got some great, they've got the Stranglers on the lineup. They've got, I can't remember any of those.
Was it Newton Faulkner or something like that?
No. there is a few other. Seth Lakeman is on the lineup as well, so that's quite a cool one. We're just in the process of finalising a couple of others. We've got an exciting sort of festival that we're doing in Earlswood as well.
Tell me about that. It's local.
It is very local. It's at the Wharf in Earlswood. It's by the literally by the lakes, and a lady called Sarah's putting it all on. She's put it all together free of charge because she's so passionate about the Birmingham music scene.
Blimey.
And she's got some brilliant artists in there. Tom Walker and people like Tom Walker's headlining. He's fantastic. And they've got some great acts playing throughout that day, so that'll be a really good one. We're pushing.
Do you know her surname?
Sarah Casewell.
And is she on Facebook as Sarah Casewell?
Sarah Sleek Casewell, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll be checking that out.
Yeah.
I'll be hooking up and I'll be coming down the wharf.
Absolutely. Yeah, do it. It'll be a great day. I think it's £8 a ticket, and that includes a free sausage or burger and live music all day. We're actually playing twice, so I'm doing a little set acoustically outside, and I think the guys might join me and do some.
You mean that band that helps you sometimes?
Yeah, the ones that follow me around. I'm joking.
Guys, thanks very much for your time.
Thank you.
Okay, cheers, boys. Thank you. Cheers now.
SRP Radio.
I cannot help the way that I'm feeling, 'cause I've been here too long, and it's time to move on, and I need a place to go. Will people notice me disappearing? I'm not sure anymore, but I need to explore, and it's time to start again. I found a place where I can go. I'll be the only one who knows. I found a place, I call it Mexico. Mexico. It's time for chapter 2 of my story, 'cause I'm bored of this life. This time I'll take the knife and I'll carve myself a new ending. Somewhere different is where I'm heading, with golden sands. It's my promised land, and my chance for success. I found a place where I can go. I'll be the only one who knows. I found a place, I call it Mexico. I found a place where I can go. I'll be the only one who knows. I found a place, I call it Mexico. I've found a place where I can go. I'll be the only one who knows. I've found a place. I call it Mexico. Mexico. Mexico.
There we go, finally.
Good.
How are you, mate?
I'm good, yeah.
Joining me now is...
Alistair Jameson.
Ah, you're the one with the Spanish-sounding name that I
It's
talked
actually Scottish.
Oh, is it really?
Alistair Duncan Jameson, aye. Got a wee kilt in my own colour. But no, my parents moved around a bit, so...
Okay.
There's a bit of Northern Spanish in the family as well. Yeah, and it's Alistair Jamesonos because I changed it on Facebook to piss people off.
I looked at that and I did.
I actually changed it today because my missus said to me, "Are you being billed as that now?" I was like, "Yeah, I should change that back again." So from Scottish to Spanish in a day.
Okay,
that's all right.
So what do you want me to call you now?
Alistair's fine.
Alistair's all right. How was that tonight, Alistair?
It's nice. It's a great vibe in here. It's nice.
Yeah.
You know, it's nice to. It's nice to play. I've engineered a lot of shows at the old Yardbird and stuff, and I think a lot of the old punters from there are kind of moving over to here on a Tuesday, and it's getting busier, and it's quite an eclectic mix of musicians, so it's nice to play. It's good.
So you're saying are you an engineer as well as a...
Yeah, I run a recording studio in Birmingham called Park Studios JQ, which is just down the road in the Jewellery Quarter. It's a really big, large studio, 2-inch tape and old school recording. That's my day job. So this is just like a lot of fun to be able to come out and do some shows. That's what I do, really.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what do you prefer? Do you prefer engineering, or do you prefer writing your own stuff and
Well,
performing?
a lot of production is about. I mean, ironically, in the audience tonight was Tara Chin, Andy Bell, Phil Nicol, and all these people I'm working with and producing albums with. So I was actually being critiqued by all the people that I critique. So they were probably waiting for me to go, "Well, I can't believe he told us to do that because he's rubbish at that." And so the pressure's on when you do that type of thing.
Yeah.
But I think if you know how to write a song or you know how to craft a song, then there's two types of producers. There's engineers and there's musical producers. I'm a bit of both, but I've only been playing guitar for about 2.5 years, so it's nice. It's something that's taken me later in life, to be honest.
What made you pick up the guitar later in life?
To be honest, I found music really difficult. I went to the conservatoire, but I did take a technical degree. But I'm really dyslexic, and I only found that out when I went to the conservatoire, and I was a mature student then. So suddenly I was given a reason to understand why it was hard to do something.
Yeah.
Like numbers and letters, that's music. That's why So I put the extra time in later, because I realised it wasn't my fault that I found it so hard.
Yeah.
And so I picked up in my late 20s and just kind of beat the thing to death. My missus will tell you the expletives that came out were just like, finally. So yeah, it's nice. It's good.
And your style of writing?
I'm influenced by just the lovely big songwriters. I mean, I've just been to watch Paul Simon and Sting and that type of thing. But at the same time, I just bought Steve Wilson's new record for Porcupine Tree. There's a mix in between. I mean, everything is. It's a real mix. You have to like everything, and I have I've got thousands of vinyl records. I listen to music all the time, and it's my life really. So if I can't relate to something on a musical level, then I'm not really doing my job properly.
Who would you say would be your biggest influences as artists?
Well, it's just the old. To me, it's the old ones. It's the Stings, the Billy Joels, the Beatles, the Peter Gabriels, the Paul Simons, and all that type of stuff. But I think that a lot of the reasons why I find them so inspirational is probably because halfway through me loving their music, I got my production hat on as I was growing up and went, how did they make those records? And when you have a respect for how they make those records on like 2-inch and tape, and now you can just press a button. So I make records now where we do it to tape and we do stuff live, and it's going back to that rawness of recording like that, because it's the most important way of making a record. You capture the essence of what something is. So I have much more respect for those records, and probably for those songwriters for that reason. But that's not to say that I still don't think that people like Jake Butter aren't amazing, because they can just there it is. There's a song, I've written it, bang, it's out there, and there's something so beautiful about that instantaneous nature of it. So it's great. Music's my life. That's what I do.
And how's your bass player?
Dave. Well, I've known him for years.
Yeah.
I've played in some. He used to play with Alvin Stardust before he sadly passed away last year. I've known Dave for 10 years. I played in the Chili's tribute band with him for many years, and he's a fabulous player. But he was like looking for options to play some fretless and we probably could have done with a little bit more rehearsal beforehand, but squeeze 2 hours in on a Tuesday and just knock it out. So it'd be nice to do a bit more. It's got a lovely feel. It's great.
But that's the reality, isn't it? When you're doing your day job as well, and then you're performing overnight, sometimes you just...
Dave's over in Cannock, and so we're trying to work it. I mean, I live around the corner from here, so when can you fit 2 hours in here?
Yeah.
And when can you just do that? So we just squeezed. I mean, we were going to do the whole set initially. It was like quite obvious that we couldn't do it, but this is only the first gig we've ever done together for that type of stuff. And you know, some of the changes that I've got in my songs aren't necessarily like standard. So it's harder to get your head around, and you need a bit more time to live with it. So hopefully the next one will be a bit more bedded in. And I'm trying to get a few collective of musicians together that can jump in and out. So if it's me on my own at the worst point, great. Otherwise, there's a lot of players around me doing stuff. So it's great.
And where will the next gigs be at?
I'm not really sure yet. I did a lovely gig at Cherry Reds the previous Thursday with a guy called Neil Ward, who's TM for the Twang and the Enemy and stuff. I did some work with Ash Sheehan from the Twang as well, and so that was all to do with them. And then this one came up, and then at the minute there's nothing in the diary. But I mean, I normally do a run of them and just see what happens.
That's the thing with you musicians. It's like being from the Twang and so from what, and you just jump onto each other. And
Exactly. It's whatever. I mean, I was meant to be playing the Actress on Sunday.
Yeah.
Because a friend of mine, Maria, who I've just made a record for, he's been the Gun Dogs. She texted me, emailed me and Ash saying, "Can you do this gig?" And I had a session in the studio, and Ash didn't end up doing it. So you miss gigs, you do gigs. You know, it's hard doing your own stuff because everyone's professional, so they've got jobs.
Yes.
And you have to put the earners first, and doing your own stuff can sometimes become a poor second fiddle. But then organising, it's always midweek. But hopefully, I'm going to try and do a run in the next couple over the summer and get a little collective of people together.
Summer festivals. Have you got anything lined up?
For myself,
no,
not yet. No.
For who else have you got things lined up?
Well, like I say, I play in a Chili's tribute band, so I'll be doing plenty. Well, starting this Saturday, I'll be up and down with that. I'm a live engineer, I also do the Glee Club as well, so I've got I do front of house for all that type of thing. And in the studio, I've just booked some really interesting projects. I've just done the Jesus Mary Chain's latest album.
Okay.
I did the Psycho Candy live mixes for their re-release. And I'm just booked Andy Wickett in, who wrote Girls on Film for Duran Duran, to do hopefully an album in June. So there's some interesting things going on the studio front. But I mean, that's the day job. So this is more of a bit of fun.
Yeah.
And I'm going to have to go.
I know. Facebook, Twitter. Last shout from Oaken.
Thank you very much. It's Al Makes Music on Twitter, and just Park Studios JQ, or just Google Birmingham Recording Studios, and you'll see us right at the top. And I'm contactable through that any day.
Brilliant.
Thank you very much for your time. Thanks for having me.
Pleasure. Cheers. Thank you. Cheers. Joining me now in a darkened room. Are there any lights in here, Ben?
No. Not but well, probably. But I think it's kind of romantic, isn't it?
Well, it's kind of dark.
It is kind of dark, yeah. How you doing, mate?
Yeah, fantastic. What a night that was tonight, wasn't it?
Fantastic, mate. Really good spot as well.
You know, your nights just get better and better and better.
Thank you, mate.
I start when it's nice and light, and it finishes when it's black.
Yeah, I mean, what time is it now?
It's got to be getting on at 11:30.
Well, 11:30, there you go. It's been rocking up from 8 o'clock today. We've had 7 acts on.
Yes.
Yeah. Guy who just flew in from New York today, Aidan Byrne, and the Wildfire.
Yeah.
They were fabulous, went down really well. Played a bit of bass with Jessica Rhodes, which was lovely. And we've been filming a lot as well. So
tell me about the filming.
Well, we're doing basically trying to get more industry down here to witness it. But if they can't come, we've got to film it and show it them.
Yeah.
So that's the idea, really. Do one track, really well recorded, audience, everything else, and 4 HD cameras rolling on that. So
it's the old chestnut, isn't it? The radio stations that can, because we've got a lot of local radio stations. Not just AM but FM, mainstream.
Yeah, man.
Sadly, don't link up.
It is a shame. It's a pity. Hopefully, we can try and bridge that gap, because what we had here today, probably 250 people.
Yeah.
Regular. You've been here for a few nights. It's always busy.
It's
people
jamming.
want it. Yeah, it is. It's jamming at the Jamhouse. It's on.
Brilliant. Just every time. I mean, before the first interview I done tonight was Jessica.
Yeah, okay.
And I thought she absolutely, you guys.
She killed it, didn't she? I mean,
And Lucas on the sax.
Yeah.
How good's
great.
Lucas?
He's amazing. Best in Brum at the moment, I think. He's
killing. Just on fire and rocking.
Yeah, man.
And I said to Jess, what it's like Christmas with your Christmas presents. Right. And you open them.
Hold on.
That's probably Father Christmas now.
That's Toby Wilson. Hold on.
Well, that was it Father Christmas or was it Toby?
He's got me a new bass. No, I'm doing a session. Toby's actually a drummer from Birmingham. Toby Wilson, Bob Wilson's son, who's one of the stalwarts of Birmingham's music scene.
Yeah.
You know, he was there.
And he's got his own studio.
He's got his own studio. Because you've spoken to him before. And we're doing some stuff on tape tomorrow, recording on 16-inch reel-to-reel.
How was that EP of yours shaping
It's
up?
good, man. It's coming together really well. I mean, summer is hopefully the way. But we've got a little bit of funding. We've got, if it's good, the 5-track EP, if it's good, the guy's going to put something behind it, which hopefully it is, and I'm doing something that's honest and something I'm enjoying. I'm working on it. And, hopefully summertime we can get it out there and tour it and hopefully pay our way into a bit of radio. The local guys will get behind it. I mean, the Introducing have done that before.
Yes.
But who listens to it, And do any of the... I've yet to meet a Birmingham act, bear in mind I met a lot of them, who've done the Introducing thing for Birmingham and gone on to the London Introducing. And I mean, I might be wrong, I'm just saying it from my own experience, but it doesn't seem to be that way.
I guess the thing is with Introducing, they'll play you, but you're not in the loop, are you?
No,
you weren't on the playlist.
No.
So having one play, let's say 9 o'clock on a Saturday, is great.
Yeah, it's great, but it really...
But it ain't enough.
It
needs to be plugged.
It needs rotation.
Exactly.
And that's why they have playlists, isn't it?
Yes.
And they have categories.
It's getting on that playlist.
Yeah. If you get, you are made. If you get Radio 2 6 to 8 times a day...
I'm working at them.
You're on it, and you've seen the talent here, man. And it'd be a beautiful thing to see some of the talent get through, and get supported by it, And the only way it seems to me is like you need to make money and have a viable product that they can sell and all that, which is, it does sell because people come to these shows to see them, It's not just the mums and dads, It's, people who like music come to these shows.
Of course.
Yeah.
Test the Circle. You're working on that album as well. I've seen your Facebook.
Really
You've been so
that.
busy.
Yeah, it's really. I mean, I'm working with Gavin Monaghan, who's a friend for half my life. I've known Gav for probably 20 years, and it started. I got Tess for gig here, and he's been a favourite of the Jamhouse since then. And obviously Radio 2's picked up on him, and it's been great. To be fair, it's been really eye-opening session. I learnt a lot on it,
But you do, don't you? By getting in the studio and working with people like Gavin, you must learn so many things.
Constantly,
you're picking up things and you're thinking,
I've sometimes left sessions and just you get a little bit anxious because you think, God, there's so much to learn.
Yeah.
And then, but it's okay, you learn it, you do learn it, it goes in somehow, but I do think at some sessions it's like, wow, Gavin's got these ears where, he picks up parts really well, where I can just... I'm an ideas man, so I can just... Ideas, keep throwing them out there. But Gav's like, right, check this out, think like this. And it's more of that than, muscle memory and being a fast player. It's about, locking it in and working songs. So I've learnt a lot off Gavin in that sense. And Tess as well. Tess has been a different experience. I've done a lot of session work, but Tess has been fun. Looking forward to gigging it with him.
But again, that's the thing, and it's like why the Jamhouse and why open mics and why all these things are so important.
Absolutely.
Because it's people linking up, it's people networking, it's at festivals, and we keep banging the drum about it, but it's just getting it out there, meeting people, pressing flesh, people knowing who you are. You can get loads of stuff from YouTube and Facebook. There's nothing like getting out and watching it live, is that?
And meeting people, like you say, it's imperative and it's fun.
Yeah.
That's the thing, isn't it? It's fun, you meet people and, these are a good crack, these are good people.
Yeah.
And what's life if it's not about people, Gav? You know what I mean?
It's all about
connections, people, doing things.
I remember before I got divorced the second time.
It's all about people, isn't it?
I said to my missus, you'll never find happiness in a material world.
No.
Or in, materialism.
Yeah.
You can only ever find true happiness in people.
Yeah, absolutely. And not what you get from people either.
It's giving.
Oh, totally, yeah. Best cure for depression, mate.
Oh, absolutely. Best music.
Yeah, music, best cure. I think if you're concerned about somebody, you'll find, I've found, people who get depressed, and I ain't unprone to that. I'm not overtly. I don't get depressed like that. But I find that people who do tend to be very insular and based in on themselves.
Yeah.
you know, a cure without medicine could be just help your fellow man, help yourself, help. You know what I mean? And I think it's healthy, isn't it?
Absolutely. Well, I think that's about it, mate. It's almost time for bed. We've got another guy that I've got to interview now.
Okay.
Who's the last artist on?
That was this last guy is called Paul Scott.
Paul
and
Scott.
He was the original guitarist from a really popular ska band in Birmingham called 360, and he's off doing his own thing.
I've heard of them.
Yeah, fantastic band. Yeah, really good time band. You know.
Do you know? Tell me about them.
Go on.
I'll give you a clue. He's a DJ, or was a DJ. He's an absolute legend, and he knows everything about Birmingham music.
Yeah, about Carl Chin.
Robin Valk.
Oh, Robin, yeah, Robin's a legend, man.
Valky.
Yeah, we love Rob.
This is Gab.
We never get him here,
360.
though. I need to get him here more.
Yeah.
Yeah, but a lovely guy.
I'll have to...
Another Suttonian, isn't he?
Yes, but hey, you're that way. He's bowled me away, you know, so...
Yeah, well, I'm Boldmere. Yeah. So we do hook up occasionally. We have a little catch up. You know, every couple of years we have a walk and a coffee on the park, and it's nice. You know, it's nice to, you know, what a wellspring of information Robin is.
Oh, I was with him.
Intelligent man. Right?
Pete Williams.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I went to see
Dexys,
Pete. Yeah.
He's got a new album, hasn't he?
Brilliant.
I like Pete. Yeah, I used to when I first started music. Pete was my mentor.
Was it really?
Yeah. he did
Roughnecks and Roustabouts, great album.
Is it good? I've not checked it out yet. Is it very Dexys or?
It's there's a lot of influences. You can almost hear Kevin Rowlands.
Right.
You know, some of the
Pete
tracks.
singing as well then?
Pete's always singing, yeah. Pete's singing it, yeah.
Great voice, Pete, yeah.
He has.
I'll tell you a funny story, man. He worked for a music service, and I was listening to loads of Dexys as a kid when I first met him. I was like, I love your bass playing. I said, what are you playing now? He says, well, I've just sold all my basses because I had really bad phone bills. I just was like, what? You know what? And that's the life of a musician, isn't it?
Yeah, really, yeah.
Yeah.
People think that they do, don't they?
Yeah, it's all glamour and, you know.
It's rock and roll. You see him on stage there, you must be earning a fortune. The reality, ain't it?
Dude had to sell all his bass guitars, all his guitars at the time to settle his phone bill.
Nice.
Yeah. There you go.
On that note,
always a pleasure, mate.
Brother, Roots Fest. It's
not happening this year, unfortunately. We may move it to another venue just because we can't liaise. I mean, there's no bad blood or anything, but we just can't accommodate it this year, you know. I think a wedding's got all the dates, you know, and I'm either busy, and she didn't want to do it if I could delegate it out, and which is nice, really, you know.
Yeah, you want you on.
I'd like to do it, you know, because it's my baby as well, you know.
Yeah.
And it's that day, you know, where I can connect with all my Suttonian peers and stuff, you know. Catch up with my friends and stuff.
Well, keep me posted.
I will do, mate.
So if you can't get it on there, try and get it on somewhere else.
Well, we're probably looking at the station.
Yeah.
But that's a conversation I've got to have with the gaffer.
Yeah, because I think it's an absolute must.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, because it's gone from strength to strength every year. Third year it would have been, you know, that may be a problem as well, you know, because it was getting a bit too big. You know, for what it was supposed to be originally. I think like the first year was 1,000, and I think we were clocking on to 2,000 people on that second one. So they're a pub in the middle, so it might be, you know. But you know, hopefully someone looks at that and goes, can make some money off that. Let's put a big festival on, and you know, not that it's all about the money, but
I know
it's nice
to
do something proper. You know, float a stage on that lake, you know.
That'd be fantastic.
Make it free, you know.
I'll tell you what. Be nice if it's in a pub that I'll be able to find my car, because it took me about 3 hours to find that damn car from Sutton Park.
One of the girls, Charlotte, I think it was, she couldn't get out of the park all night because the lock certain gates, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
One of the biggest urban parks in Europe.
I know it is. Tell me about it.
I know every inch of it, like, you know.
I don't.
Yeah, I know it's a big place to get lost, but it's scary as well.
I left it outside one of the gates purposely because I thought I did say to you, didn't I?
Yeah.
Are they going to close these gates?
Yeah.
No, you'll be all right, Gab.
Yeah.
Well, clearly they did.
They did lock the gates, and they're not supposed to. Well, it depends where you park, though, isn't it? If
Yeah.
you park on Black Route, I think they close it off. But if you park on the entranceway, which is on the left-hand side of the boathouse and stuff, that's open all the time because you've got to have access to the backs of the houses, isn't it?
Right.
Always a pleasure, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Nice one.
And what we got coming up next month? Do we know yet?
Calic is back on.
Ah, Cal.
Yeah. Who else have we got? I booked somebody in the other day. I think James Sayer, who's just come back from a tour of America. He's done Coachella and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it's going to be a good one anyway, mate.
But keep posted.
I will do.
Ben Drummond on Facebook for you guys.
Yep.
Or also at Ben Drummond on Twitter. What are you preferring these days?
I'm using a bit of both.
Yeah,
really. I mean, I do go in and out of it when I'm busy. I can't be arsed.
No, you can't.
To be fair, so I have to turn it off and just go. Right. Otherwise I don't like connecting with my family or my friends. Or
Absolutely.
my dog. You know me, mate. I like to walk in the park and ponder.
No, you do. Right. Well, I'm going to just get hold of Paul and have a chat about 360. I think I'll have to walk down there because it's bloody dark. Oh, there's the entrance. Cheers, mate.
The Almost Live Show with Gabby Cabby on srbradio.com.
Best press the play and the record button
at the same time.
Exactly, yeah. Well, just the record button, I ain't got to play. It's old days, innit? We used to play and record. Mind you, you're probably too young to remember doing stuff like that, Mr. Paul Scott.
Yeah, I've been I've been playing since I was about 10, so for the last 20 years.
Okay.
So I've done a lot of recording. I remember doing stuff with like a tape deck, like a cassette deck, and like you'd only have like 4 tracks, so you bounce down like 3 tracks onto one and then do it again. And, I remember my dad having like a reel-to-reel player, and that kind of thing, and doing all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It's a shame that's kind of gone out of music, because that's what music is about. It's real. When it's on tape, then it's. I mean, I know, like any sound that hits your ears, that's music.
Yeah.
But when you hear it, when you've got an analog sound, it's like writing on a typewriter. Mm-hmm. You can't go back, you can't change it. It's there, and it makes you play better when you know it's been recorded. You got one shot.
I tell you what, them birds made you play better tonight.
Got a little fan club going, but I'm not sure what my missus would say.
Well, I was just about to say that. She looked a bit upset.
Yeah, no, she was fine. Yeah, she was loving it. I think she was enjoying it. Yeah.
And I noticed the way that you got your priorities right. You sorted out the lookers first, then come to me after.
Yeah, exactly.
I would have as well.
Yeah, you got to do that.
I tell you what, great little party in there, though.
Yeah, nice. It was going down well.
Yeah. And following Jessica Rhodes as well.
I know, that was pretty tough. I was looking at that, because Ben came up to me afterwards and he said, I'm going to change the plan. I want to put the band on, because I think the act before Alistair was a bit more, what's the word? I mean, I love Alistair. It's fantastic. It's a bit more. It's not as upbeat.
Yeah.
But so we wanted to bring the vibe up, so that was fine. It was just kind of you kind of want a few more people to be there. But I think it's my motto always is that whoever's there to do a gig or whatever it is, they're the people that are meant to be there. They're the people that are meant to hear you play, and that's.
Now 360. I'm going to say to you 360.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
360. Bloody hell! I've been in 360 10 years now. And
are you still in 360?
Yeah, still in 360. Yeah. So I do quite a few different things now, though, because I play as a guitarist and do the backing vocals in 360.
Okay.
But I've also got a band, myself and some guys down in London, called Big Apples, which is we've just sort of been writing for a long time, about 2 years. But I didn't want to do anything with that until the songs were ready and they were right, until we knew they were good and we could take them out, because there's no point going out and just playing like half cocked. You want it to be perfect. So been writing for a little while, and then after that going to just get some gig dates together, hopefully play up here a bit and do that. But 360, that's still going, and still, I mean, that's been going a long time. It's nice.
I recently come across 360.
Really?
Yeah.
Right.
I was just telling Mr. Drummond there.
Yeah.
A Birmingham DJ legend told me all about 360.
Robin Buck.
Yeah, so you got it.
Yeah, I thought it'd be Robin.
Yeah, oh, Gabby, 360, you'll love them.
You should come down. We're doing a gig at the Hare and Hounds on May the 9th. You should come down to that, and the boys would love that. They'd be really, really good.
Brilliant venue as well, the Hare and Hounds.
Hare and Hounds, fantastic. I mean, the history through that place, and obviously like was it the Ritz Ballroom next door to it before?
Yes, just down the road.
That whole area. I mean, it's just magic. You go into King's Heath and it's just fantastic. All that musical history, and then what they've done now with the place, and just brilliant bands on every week, every night you go in there.
Now 360, you're a bit of a ska band, aren't you?
Yeah, we call it. It's difficult because we call it. We never want to call ourselves a ska band, because there's so much more to it. Like Ross, who writes all the songs, is just an unbelievable songwriter. He's fantastic, and the songs they're more pop songs with a ska feel to them. But then we call ourselves Skafunka Punk Reggae Rockers. So it's you're kind of a hostage to fortune when you call yourself that. But it's that's the predominant sound, and that's what gets people moving. But we always like to say it's so much more than a ska band, because it's the quality of the writing. You can take all of Ross's songs and put them. He's such a talented songwriter. You could take all those songs and put them in any other style and they would work. It's just that we go for the ska thing, because that's when we grew up. Everyone in the band listened to UB40 or the reggae scene coming up here and growing up. So it's
that's the Hare and Hounds influence.
Yeah.
UB40 started in 1979 at the Hare and Hounds.
Yeah, it's
the blue plaque is still there.
Yeah, I've seen the blue plaque, and obviously like Travers is in there all the time, and so we've had some jams with him as well. And there's a few of the boys. We actually did. There's an album we recorded it in the last couple of years, and we're still waiting to mix it at the moment. We did that at Elephant House with the guys who did Labour of Love.
Right, blimey.
Studios, Brian and Rob there. So. Oh yeah, that's going to come out soon.
I see you mixing in some right circles then.
They've done some fantastic things, and obviously we did the stuff recorded with Bob Lamb about 10 years ago as well. So Bob's a good friend, and we've done some good house parties with him. So he did the first UB's album. He did Signing Off. So he's well in with that scene. We've done some stuff with Gavin Monaghan and those.
Yeah, legend.
A legend of the scene. So we've got about and done a lot of different things.
Has Sir Horace Gentleman come across you yet?
Horace Gentleman? It rings about Horace Panther.
Yeah.
I don't know yet. I don't know. I've read his book actually.
Scarred for Life.
Yeah.
Drag bloke.
Yeah, I remember I read that actually when I didn't know a lot about the specials, and when it first came out like 7 or 8 years ago. And fantastic.
What a band they were.
Just fantastic.
Well, still are. They're still touring now.
I can't believe they're still going. Yeah.
Well, they did split up, but then in 2008, Linval. As Sir Horace would say, Linval.
Yeah.
I thought it was Linval Golding.
It's
like Linval.
Yeah,
I phoned him up and says,
yeah.
Let's get the band back together.
We were due to support them a couple of times, but it fell through for a couple of different reasons. But they were, I remember like, when they got back together, that was magic. I remember we played at Glastonbury quite a few times, and I think the year they came back there we all saw them when they were playing there, and that was fantastic.
So what's ahead for them 360? What you got on the summer?
With this
festivals?
We're kind of just coming back because it's been a bit of a funny couple of years. We've had a bit of a break. I mean, it's the band. I mean, itself, I've been in it 10 years. The band's been going 17 years, something like that. And so it's gone through a few ups and downs, different lineup changes. But I think that's what happens.
Tell me a band that ain't.
But it's got like there's a core group of people, and it's still there. Like, still got the love for it, and still want to do it. So.
Blimey, I've been. Listening to music since I was born in '64.
Yeah.
But growing up with the specials and the jam and the beat and UB40. I mean, there's
some special music. Well, Ross was playing with Beat Goes Bang up until recently as well. So with Everett, so there's that. There's a
3 beats.
Yeah, 3 different beats. You got the English beat, you got Dave, and they came over here recently. And you got Roger, you got Rankin as well.
Yeah.
And with Joe, Rankin, it's funny because Ross obviously done stuff with Everett and Lucas, who was playing tonight with Jessica Rhodes, and they were in Beat Goes Bang. And then Rankin.
Was Lucas in Beat Goes Bang?
Yeah, he does sax. Yeah.
Oh, is he? He's a great saxophonist, isn't he?
Phenomenal. There were some great jam nights at the Adam and Eve recently until that closed up.
Is that a Monday night?
Yeah, it was on a Monday night. Khalik.
Oh, you was up there with Cal?
Yeah. Yeah, Khalik was running those, and we'd go down and jam, and myself, Ross, Nick, who ran the place, but they've closed it now. So it might have moved back to.
Mind you, the Brown Line's on Tuesday night. So that's Bennett's up the road.
I know. Well, Toby, who used to be our drummer, he's Toby Wilson, he's Bob Wilson's son.
Yeah, well, he's just phoned Drummond up.
Yeah.
So we think that's what it's for. You coming up the Brown Line? Oh my God!
I think my missus might have to something to say about
Mine
that.
as well. And also getting up for work tomorrow morning.
Yeah, well, I to be honest, I've got it to a stage now I can work a couple of days a week and then the rest of the time music. So it's good. You got to kind of sell yourself like a bit of like doing a bit of function stuff and things like that.
Well, that's like the rock and roll lifestyle, isn't it?
That's what you do. Yeah, if you love music, you'll do anything to keep on playing it and give yourself the opportunity.
Fantastic, and a bit of a rockabilly look going on as well.
Yeah, at the moment, we'll see. Yeah, it's I've paid a bit more attention to what I'm doing. We've got myself and Ross. We've actually got a 50s rock and roll band as well. So
okay, that don't surprise me. With
we've got some
Tyre.
Yeah, so we're busy boys. We keep a lot of stuff.
You musicians, you just do not stand still. You're always doing. Most all of you have got at least 2, possibly 3 or 4 projects going on at the same time.
You do it for. Sometimes it's the money you want to do it for, but it's the love. Mm-hmm. You love music, and it's like B.B. King said, like I play for free. Yeah. So all the other stuff I get paid for.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. If you've got the opportunity to go out and play, you do it, and especially with so many great musicians here, like tonight.
Yeah, fantastic. Can I thank you, sir, for your time? Thank you very much. And we'll speak soon.
Yeah.
Keep up your great work.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Well, thank you for listening. Good night. God bless. I'm going to bed. I'm knackered. Ta-ra.
cracker smacking back along a lost and lonely track. Cause I think I've been trapped inside the web of my own truths and lies tonight. You may be lost, you may be found, a fleeting foot on changing ground. So pick a sparrow, throw a stone, you won't need no direction home tonight. Find something, lose something, build something, break something, move something, shake something. You might create something right. So please drink from my broken cup and please read from my open book. I don't need much but the same thing back, so please say you can grant me that tonight. Something, build something, break something, feel something, fake something. You might create something right. It's not a sin you've given and you had no choice but choose to win or lose and sit outside the game. Watch it spin again tonight. Say something, steal something, pay something, feel something, fake something, move something, shake something, love someone, make something, you might create something right. And so when you lose the things that made you, you are skewed. The glittering ghosts that eat at you reside but don't ignite in you tonight.